Tell me, what's the biggest issue you're finding with people this close to Election Day?
Without question, Amy, it's the economy. People are so concerned about trying to squeeze a dollar out of a dime. And right now the family budgets are shrinking, the budgets on small businesses are shrinking, and that creates uncertainty going forward. And so, and uncertainty creates fear. And so right now, as I travel around the 16 counties, it's the economy.
16 counties, that's quite a big district.
It is. It's one of the largest congressional districts east of the Mississippi. It's over 11,000 square miles, 2 time zones, and I've driven just about every road in the last 10 months.
Do you find that the concerns are different maybe on the other side of Tallahassee, just as a reference point compared to Panama City, or do you find that everybody thinks it's similar?
I'll be honest with you, it's been amazing to see how similar the people are, whether they're in the fishing business along the coast or the resort business, or whether they're part of state workers in Tallahassee or academia, or they're farmers on the East Coast. They're all concerned about the economy and the uncertainty that it presents, unemployment numbers, and the massive expansion of government.
I think new unemployment numbers came out today for Florida, and it went up for July.
Correct.
Which is bad.
Correct.
How can you, as a congressman, help create jobs for this area, for this state?
Well, we have got to stop penalizing those that create jobs. And the people that create jobs in this country are small businesses. Small businesses represent 85% of our economy, and we're penalizing them. I think through payroll taxes, through all the taxes. And one of the things that scares me as a business owner and as someone who wants to seek the trust of the people are the tax cuts that are going to expire in January. This is not the time that the American people can handle one of the largest tax increases that we've ever known, and one of the worst recessions we've ever known. That's not a combination to end that uncertainty.
Does that include the inheritance tax?
Well, the inheritance tax is a separate tax issue. It's the estate tax, the death tax. This year that was eliminated, but yet on January 1st, that's another tax that will be implemented. And after the $1 million exemption, then families are going to have to pay 55% of the value of their family farm or the value of the assets of the person that has been deceased 9 months after that death. They are going to have to give Uncle Sam 55% of the value of those assets.
Can that be reinstated or repealed or brought back?
Well, unfortunately, the Democrats that currently have the majority in the House, in the Senate, and the White House are not budging on that issue. And so I'm fearful come January of what that's going to mean with all of the tax increases at a time that we can ill afford to give any more burden to the American people.
This close to Election Day, there are 4 Republicans, 5 Republicans?
There are 5.
There are 5 Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody appears to be quite conservative
and
qualified and likable.
Mm-hmm.
What makes Steve Southerland different? Why should they choose you?
Well, you know, and my opponents love their country. My opponents are concerned. But I think that what really makes us different is the experience that I've had. I think growing up in a family business and perpetuating that family business, sweating a payroll, dealing with the taxes and the regulation every day, both on a local, state, and federal level. I think community service has a lot to do, and I'm very proud of our family's reputation of giving back to our community. Our father told us when we were kids, son, you pay your civic rent. You give back to the community that you're taking from. And if you do that, I believe that you will always receive more than you give. And in Bay County and now the surrounding counties, they've treated us very good. And so I think our body of work of running our business and working in our community to make it a better place, as the Chamber would say, to live, work, and play, we've done that. And people know us. We're a person that they trust, and we think that that's the difference.
Now, on a national scale, the question about the proposed mosque near Ground Zero has come up. And
Absolutely.
Everybody's given their opinion. Where do you stand on that?
Well, we are a nation of laws, Amy, and our founding fathers created a charter for us to follow. That Constitution should dictate our rights, and not just the rights of you and I, but all people in this country. I believe that mosque, they may have a legal right to build a mosque if they have the clear title to that property. But sometimes what is legally right and what is morally right are 2 different things. And I believe that the insensitivity to the families that had lost their family members in those towers I think it would be a tragic mistake for any religion to basically do anything that is going to be, be seen as insensitive. Sensitivity, I think, those families on 9/11, they want to be treated with love and care and respect. So they had the legal right to build on property they own. But morally, I have problems with what they're doing, and I don't think that it's going to produce harmony and acceptance in this country. And I would think that they would understand that.
One other question about the illegal immigration.
Uh-huh.
There's been a proposal in Florida to enact a similar law to Arizona's.
Right.
On something almost as stringent. In favor or against?
Well, I think Senate Bill 1070 that you're making reference to, that was enacted in Arizona, signed by Governor Brewer, I think that that was a good piece of legislation. I think the federal government has abdicated its responsibility to provide the security for the American people. We have to know who's here, we have to know what they're doing here, what their intentions are, and I think that if the federal government says that they are not going to acknowledge the Constitution, then it is the responsibility of state government to provide for its citizens and provide security. I do think that we are a nation of immigrants. We should always welcome those that want to come and be a part of this country and produce and provide a better future for their family. But we are, again, a nation of laws. There's a legal, proper way to come to this country. I do believe in work visas, temporary work situations where people could come, but you've got to be putting on the table if you're going to be taking off the table. And that is my challenge with immigration status as we now have it. But I do agree that Arizona, which has become, Phoenix has become the kidnap capital of the world, and so therefore you have to protect your citizens.